I'm Kale from Scandinavian today. I am going to make kale chips. And I went out in my yard and picked up some kale. And of course kale can grow until the ground freezes. So it's really a great vegetable and it's so healthy. As a child we ate a lot of kale. My mom made kale soup and cream kale and I still enjoy eating it. But I thought, okay, let's try the kale chips. And I made them for my family. They all seem to enjoy it. So I'm going to show you how I made them. So last night I took the kale. It was, first of all, I washed the kale thoroughly, okay? Then I put it in this container here to spin it. And I would then spin it to get all the water off, okay? Several times, all right? After that, I would take some paper towel and I took the last moisture off the kale. Then I put it in the bowl here and I left it overnight and now it's completely dry. Okay, because you want to make sure it's completely dry before you put it in the oven. Now I have two bowls here because I'm going to make it in two different ways. I have two baking sheets I'm going to put it on. And first of all, I'm going to put on some olive oil. Okay. Put 2 tablespoons of olive oil in there. And as well as this bowl full. Okay. Now on one of them, I'm also going to add a little soy sauce. It gives it a nice flavoring, so I add about a tablespoon of soy sauce to this bowl. And the kale I have in this bowl, I'm just going to put it in the oven like this. First of all, let me mix it up thoroughly with the oil. Okay, so it's all covered up. And then I'm going to put it on the baking sheet. And you want to make sure it's flat on the baking sheet. Okay. And I'm going to put it in the oven at a degree of 350 for about 15 minutes. But you want to check on it because you don't want the kale to burn, okay? So this is the one way I do it. So the first sheet I made here, it has only olive oil on it. And after I have baked it, I'm going to sprinkle it with sea salt. So now let's do the other tray. And this one, of course, has some soy sauce on it. So I'm not going to add sea salt to that. But okay, let's mix it up. Olive oil and the soy sauce. And of course the soy sauce will give it some flavoring. So you can try both ways and see which one you like the best. So here again, we put it, I can smell the soy sauce actually. Okay. Let's spread it out again and make sure it's as flat as you can get it. Alright, so now I can put both trays in the oven. So here we have another full tray, and of course, like I said, it has soy sauce on it besides the olive oil. So this is the tray with the soy sauce and olive oil, and now I'm going to stick both of the trays in the oven. So here it is in the oven, and I'm going to check back in about 12 to 15 minutes to make sure it doesn't get burned. So here are my 2 trays with the dried kale. So here we have the kale chips, and let me tell you what I did. Some of the kale chips weren't completely crisp, so I shut off the heat in the oven and I put the sheet back in there and just left it in there for another 10 minutes. And of course this way they wouldn't get burnt, but believe me, they are crisp and they're delicious. And this is the one, the kale, that I just put on some sea salt. It's nice and crunchy. It is, I like it. Okay, and this is the kale where I put soy sauce on before I baked it. And they both taste good. It's also crunchy, has a little bit different flavoring. I like both of them. So I would suggest you try both, and hopefully you also like it. And let me tell you, if I'm going to put it in containers, but if you find that the kale is a little bit soft after a couple of days, just stick it in the oven again briefly and it will be crisp again. So hopefully you like it, enjoy it, and please subscribe to our channel. Thank you. See you another day. And of course this makes a great snack over the holidays.